What's going on, guys? It's ISmileyzI here, once again, bringing you more Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. It's time for the first trial of the second case. What? Prosecutor Von Karma, you mean? No, I heard it's his successor this time. Hold on a second, guys. I need to change the sound. It's really loud. Hopefully it fixed that time. Hopefully it fixed. Blech. Successor? Manfred von Karma. He was a really sinister man. He was indeed. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win. Dialogue box seems bigger than usual. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Until we stuck it to him. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts? And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. I'm sure the apple falls very far from the tree. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Hurley! You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother's watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yup. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. You mean you walked all the way here? Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Damn it, Phoenix. Of course not. I ran. Whoa. I can't. Oh, bye. It takes 2 hours by train. Oh, man. That must take a while. Let's see. Yeah, it'll take a long time. Hurley, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? Train! I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? I don't think she's gonna be that bad. At least I know Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Objection! Still remember him as if I'd seen him only yesterday, or something like that. Every trial was a scorching, fierce battle until the very end. Objection! Objection! It was always back and forth with them. When you're rivals for life... Maya! Please don't mention that name ever again. Whoa! What's going on? But it's Edgeworth. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone, and he's not coming back. What? That's not true. Come on. It's Edgeworth. He can't leave. Right? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Nick? Oh, what's up with Edgeworth? Anyways. Sorry guys, I cannot do a German female accent. It's not possible. So she's gonna be American. She's American anyways. But court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? What is with this girl? Mr. Wright, are you finally prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always see bad at me? Because you're Phoenix Wright. I think it's your hair. Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on. So this kid is the famed prosecutor Von Karma? I am Francisca Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma?
If it's something of personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow!
I'm talking! If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Yow! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Prosecutor von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes. Foolish fool foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right, I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? Plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of himself. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but
this is a Phoenix Wright game.
The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Oh, by the way, guys, I also, fail her objection every time, so... yeah, it's gonna sound, interesting. Witness, your name and occupation?
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective...
Oh, I'm a detective at the local precinct.
Ah!
I don't know what kind of he would have. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone will please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door is locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room.
What were they doing in there?
They were channeling a spirit, sir.
Channeling a spirit?
The look of disbelief on the judge's face is...
Anyway.
A few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. Two of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. I think my Gumshoe voice is a little deeper or something than it usually is.
Ah, that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over.
Yeah, you'll see, Your Honor, you'll see. I think.
So, how was the victim killed?
I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. Yeah, her voice isn't... I'm trying to make... See, I don't want to make her voice, totally girly, because I don't see it being, really, really girly, but... I don't know. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Yeah, my voice definitely sounds different for him today, for some reason.
So the victim was stabbed before being shot?
This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Yeah, it's definitely not his voice, but... yeah, I kind of like it.
The court accepts it in the evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
If I question the witness, that means press every statement ever. Hold it! The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. Oh. Well, that's news. The victim? Now, why would he have... Objection! That wasn't that bad. Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints?
along with the victims. The defendant, my face, were also on the grip, sir. Oh, well that's not good. Of course Phoenix had no idea before the trial starts.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
Walked right into their hands there. We always gotta press everything though, because it's a Phoenix Wright game. Point blank, huh? So about how far away was it? Point blank, man! It was anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. Like that's... Oh my god. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country.
Excuse me?
Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder burn?
When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and it's real hot, pal. There were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Come on, Phoenix, even I know that. That's not even because I played this game like 3 times before. Actually, I think it's twice. I think I played it twice. Stabbed? What was he stabbed with? Fruit knife. Fruit knife?
I see. Whose knife was it?
Where did this fruit knife come from anyway? Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it.
All over it, huh?
This does not look good. No, it does not. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I like how she calls him Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hold it! Because I haven't done it for the past like 3 statements. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes Maya look like she had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Well, that's no good. Hold it! Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure can be. And look at the wounds and you can come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered.
Brought the 2 murder weapons with me today.
Very well. The court accepts them into evidence.
I don't really remember this trial very well. I'm trying to think who else even testifies here. Morgan Fay, maybe? The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And the 2 murder weapons, both of the defendant's fingerprints on them? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now will be the time to do so. This is your final chance.
You can't just change pleas. Not in the middle of a trial, at least. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Yeah, I think you guys know what to do here. We're not going to plead justified self-defense. We can't. It's not possible. It's a Phoenix Wright game. We plead justified self-defense. But justified self-defense isn't a different plea. It's not guilty by self-defense. It's not like this... Man. He would basically be confessing to a murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be destroyed, and she'd be labeled a murderer. We can't have that now, can we? I can't let that happen. Your Honor.
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective! Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir.
Now, see here. Proceedings are run by... Eek! Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, Detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Whoa, great. More incriminating evidence? Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. I also see a hole in the bottom right. Huh. Why would there be a bullet hole in the costume? The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Why would there be a bullet hole in the costume?
So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of backspray of blood on this.
It speaks directly against my fate of the crime, sir.
I see. The court accepts this in evidence.
Well, we know what the contradiction is, right, guys?
All right, Mr. Wright.
Nice fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood spatters on her clothes. Could the situation get any worse? Huh? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. That's not disturbing. It's an endearing character trait. Alright, well, hold it! Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? Kinda scary today, you know, pal.
Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. All right, just please stop glaring at me like that.
Damn, Phoenix. You cold. Hold it! Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Nope! You can't wear anything else. Hold it! Can you wear anything other than a blue suit, Phoenix? Exactly! There's blood on the costume. That was all show that as the victim's blood.
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good.
Irk.
Were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Dang typos. Oh, well. Objection! Objection! If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Time to move on.
Yes, Miss Von Karma's perfectly correct.
Grr. Not even the judge is on her side. When wasn't he on her side? I mean, come on, she's got a whip. I bought off more than I can chew here. What should I do? Press further! Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be a clue somewhere on this costume. I'll just have to look harder.
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Whoa! Alright, looks like my time is up, so about the costume. Well, there's one little thing. Are we done with the testimony yet? Being a phoenix and not remembering what I was doing. Well, there is something that's wrong, but yeah, we'll just go ahead. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What?
What are you talking about, pal?
Where is this problem you were talking about?
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. The hole in it. I think this is good enough. Take that! I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here.
A hole? But that wasn't in the report.
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder?
Looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Oh, man. It's not like this key business. Not this key business again. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Bullet hole.
Order! 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 This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Yeah, let's gotta have our priorities straight now. Sorry about that. Guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That, just now, was a fluke. Nothing more. Objection! How could you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then...
No way!
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, sir. Alright, so we have to go back to that testimony anyways. Alright, so this is the problem. This is what you gotta present at, but we're gonna press it first. Hold it.
Hold at? Hold it!
What the heck? He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he wasn't? If he was or wasn't? Find no evidence the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal.
So did the murderer have a fight with the victim, or not?
Hold on, guys. 1 second. Alright.
Depending on this, circumstances around this murder changed drastically.
We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with his testimony alone. I have to somehow find the critical contradiction, and then I'll have her. Alright, so the contradiction is... Alright. Did I... Yeah, I think I've pressed everything. Alright, so... Contradiction, of course, is that that's a bullet hole. Why would there be a bullet hole in Maya's costume if she, the defendant did not fight back? Objection! Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. Okay. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back?
Ah, you're right. It would seem that way. If the victim tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma.
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Yak!
Now that you...
Why, that's right.
Which means the defense is yet to prove anything at all.
No! Well, yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in that costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Huh? How so?
Ah! Why did you whip him? Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh, you mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah! Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Because she's totally a sir. During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the blast of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Wait a minute. Need to check something. 2 shots were fired. Dang it.
The scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Just by listening, it does make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
First step? You guys know by now. Hold it! There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant, and in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. Objection! You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Mr. Phoenix Wright? Why, if Faye was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Korean channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Korean channeling technique. Of course, she's perfect in every way. Like I said before, I am perfect.
About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony.
Hold it! Please. She was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, it's pretty bad.
How about what you say it was?
Actually, I went to give blood the other day. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. Guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Heck! Sorry. Poor Gumshoe, at least he tried. But he got a whipping for it. But he's gonna get a whipping, he's gonna get whipped a lot. Yeah. Hold it! So guys, is it really cold where you guys are? Like, well, I mean, obviously probably wouldn't be as cold like in the south and stuff, but it's like it was in the 20s earlier today. Not even mid-November, like, jeez. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It's like snowing. It's like, what the heck is going on? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? A handgun? Got off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? Maybe. Hold it! So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but that's what I think. The 2 of them were already fighting when the shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. ... huh? Hold it! Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. Safety off, even an amateur like you could fire it by pulling the trigger. Even me? I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it.